committee.
The committee put their heads together and they start their own thing.
Hey y'all, it's Izzy Harrison and you're tapping in with the committee.
What's up guys, this is Azrae Stevens and you're tapping in with the committee.
Big shout out to the committee. Y'all hold it down for us.
Shout out to the committee. You are rocking with the committee. The committee. We committee.
Some people ain't gonna like it, and some people will.
We live.
I feel like it's been a while.
Oh, a long while. Kind of. The last one, we're going to work hard this time not to have to delete this one.
We was cutting
because last time, hey, we lit. AD here, I'm here. I wish y'all put y'all real names on here. So I know who I'm talking to. We gonna try not to delete it, but
We'll see.
It depends on when Dolores get on here. It depends.
And Roberts.
And Rob.
Yeah.
Because
if you don't have his shade special,
I'm not gonna take it to him.
Nope. I'm here to just talk about the bracket. Well, first, how y'all feel about the USA shit? I'm gonna be honest, I haven't watched the last 2 or 3, but y'all tell me what's been going on.
I liked this game because I felt like this game was what a lot of the stands needed to see. I feel like, because I've had this conversation with a lot of people on the timeline already, because I'm very, like, a lot of us are on here defensive minded. Like, we need defensive players to continue to be as dominant as we have been. And I've had people come to my mentions and be like, we'll blow teams out by 40. Who cares who's on the roster? Put the fun players on the roster. Put these people on the roster. We don't need defense. We're going to beat people by 40 anyways. I was like, we're not playing Senegal in Italy every game, y'all. Like, there's Belgium, there's France, and I don't even think Spain is on, Belgium and France level. So for this game, for everybody to see that, okay, maybe we might have to make sure we got some people that can defend on the court, because defensively, some people's favorite guards are toast. They're cones. They are cones on defense. And
it's a conglomerate of them.
Yeah, and if they're not scoring, it's rough. Like, there was one possession, there was like 1 minute of basketball where KP got blown by, and then I want to say the next play somebody did a backdoor on Paige, and then the next play Caitlin got blown by, and then the play after that KP got blown by again. And the luckiest thing was that Spain could not hit a layup worth shit. Like, Spain was bricking every single wide open layup they had. If they weren't, that game would have been way closer than what it was at the end.
Yeah, I think for me, my favorite did well, so there's that.
She did.
Big ride.
The biggest. I'm trying to find what to say.
I'm finding it.
Sometimes I just feel like we just all need to be for real and just watch the basketball. I think sometimes we get so hyped up on my fave this, my fave that, your fave. I don't want to say they don't matter, but on the grand scheme of things, they don't. The legacy is to carry on and to win basketball games. The reason that you pick from the best of the best is because you might not have a good game this game. Fine. We don't that's okay. Whatever. We got this person that could pick up the slack. We got this person pick up the slack. If maybe this not your type of game, I need this type of person, and I can put this person in and do that. And that's what it's about. I think just to talk and stuff, we just get caught up on the individuals, and it's just not that. Like, that's not what USA basketball is. So if that's your mindset, you're going to have to get over that. Maybe somebody will only pass. Maybe somebody will only defend. Maybe somebody will only do this, but that's literally okay. Because at the very end of the day, like you said, the shot's going through Asia Wilson. Boo. Like, let's just call it spade spade. You know what I mean? Like, we can talk about all this now, but at the end of the day, like you said, Stewie and Asia got the final say. And after Stewie and Asia, here comes Fee.
Pretty much.
So everybody else is just playing filling a role. So to me, what really
Somebody else has to feed.
So what really needs to be looked at is how everybody played in their role and what you can do in your role. If you can't go in the game and play in your role, if you got to be ball dominant, if you take a shot every time you get the ball,
it becomes tough.
I don't need you. You don't. So yeah, but I think it was a really good tournament. I think they could have used Kiki more.
That was interesting because Kara used Kiki a lot, actually. Yeah. And then when Kara left and Girl Dad took over, he didn't use Kiki like at all. She got like the later minutes when the game's pretty much wrapped up and you kind of throw people in. And I think like he started using, because he used Ray Burrell more than Kara did, but Kara used Kiki more than he did. So it was interesting to see how they decided on things. You can definitely tell who was coaching which teams, because some teams were a little bit more, I'm gonna put some scores out there, but I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna have some defenders out there too. And then with Girl Dad's roster, it was very fuck the defense. Where's the shooters? Let me make sure we score.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
So
Mercury.
Yes.
What'd you say, B?
Very Mercury.
Yeah, and that don't work. Somebody said, well, Girl Dad can't coach, so there's that.
Let me tell you something. Kiki, she can go to another country. Don't play about my sister minutes, okay?
No, she really
I kind of want her to be honest, before she gets stuck into this, like, once you play for USA, you can't play for nobody else type thing. Because I was watching Brazil earlier today, and I tweeted something about the Kennedy Carter thing and how they were initially saying they were trying to get Kennedy Carter on their roster. And someone from Brazil they responded to me and said that they did try, and it was rejected, I guess, multiple times because she played for Team USA in the Pan Am Games. And I was like, that sucks, because it really was only like one national tournament, which I feel like shouldn't be enough to disqualify her for playing for someone else. So, I mean, I'd rather her get out of it now with the opportunity still available to play for somebody else before she becomes like a NECA who plays for these like smaller FIBA tournaments and don't get an opportunity for the Olympics. And then when she tries to leave, they're like, nah.
So is it like a certain amount, or is it a certain?
I have no idea.
You don't really know. Ain't really no rhyme or reason, period.
No.
I want to know how Girl Dad. It's funny that y'all call him Girl Dad every time to me.
That's a valid question though, because I feel like he kind of just popped up in this, like, the USA circuit recently, right? Like, has he ever really been an assistant coach for them? Like,
I don't know, but in this America, we do what we want. So.
It was always Kurt and Mike, if I'm not mistaken. Like the only men, it was Kurt, Mike, and then I think there was Joni and I forgot who else. But yeah, I don't ever remember Girl Dad being a part.
I be forgetting the man's name. Y'all call him Girl Dad so damn much.
Shoot, that's a good question. Anybody in the comments, if you know his name, please.
Nate Tibbetts. I'm not gonna lie. When I first saw him on the first game, I said, "Is that Carl?" I was like, "No, that's not Carl." I can't.
I was about to
call him Nate Tibbetts. The Phoenix coach. The thing that got swept. Somebody said Nate Giblets. Who was teaching me dancing?
They want to know who y'all would add or subtract to the roster for the World Cup games in Berlin.
Is that a better tournament?
Yeah, well, the World Cup one, where I'm pretty sure America's already qualified, so they don't really need a lot of tournaments. But the World Cup one is everyone will be there, and so it's kind of like the better teams they'll come across. I think they'll play like a Germany or a France or something like that.
Well, they need to go get Aaliyah Boston healthy.
Yeah, now that I agree with.
And they need
the post players. I'd revamp all the post players. I ain't even gonna hold you. Except I keep either Angel or Kiki, depending on who you think fits best with the roster that you put together. but I'm bringing obviously Asia, Stewie. If Fee is healthy, because I don't really know the extent of Fee's injury. I don't know where she's at right now with recovery, but if Fee's healthy, obviously Fee, AT, Aaliyah, and then like I said, one of Kiki and Angel. Guards wise, they gonna want to put Sabrina on there, and if they do, they gonna have to remove one of KP's, Caitlyn or Paige.
And which one would you take off? Do you think who has a skill set? Tay,
I wouldn't bring Sabrina personally. Like I wouldn't bring her.
You would leave the youngest and just keep Sabrina off.
Yes.
Oh.
Because I feel like none of them play defense well. And so they all have that in common. Like, it is what it is. They don't. But I feel like there's different things to the game that all three of them bring that Sabrina don't. And like Caitlyn, for example, the way she pushes the ball, passes the ball, is she turnover prone? Yes, but I do think her ability to push the pace and find players in the open court is something that Team USA really haven't had since like Sue, in my opinion, because Chelsea kind of slows the game down sometimes to get her rocks off, but Caitlyn's like always on go, and sometimes you just need somebody who gonna keep it going.
For different styles of play. Yeah.
Paige, I like that Paige can get to her spots. Her spot isn't just a spot up three. I think Sabrina has been working on the mid-range and getting to her floaters and stuff like that, but I still don't think it's consistent enough, but Paige's is. And so I like that part of Paige's game, and KP gets to the rim. Like, KP's quick with the ball, and she gets to the rim with ease, and she's done it consistently enough in overseas play for me to trust that. And all of them can shoot the three. And I think what Sabrina's best asset is knocking down the three. And because all of them can shoot the three, it's kind of like.
So it's like all of them had to have an extra thing. Yeah. And she just kind of doesn't.
Yeah.
Okay. There's another question. How long do y'all think it's going to take Gary to make Rutgers competitive?
Why would you giggle?
That's his government name, because I would just be wanting to say his last name.
I was makes me think of Gary the Snail. Gary.
I hope within 5 years? Is that how long his contract is?
Are you coach?
I think he's going to really make a splash in the
portal.
In the portal.
I would agree.
Yeah, he's probably going to hit the ground running in his portal, and then go and try to actually build what his culture looks like. I won't be surprised if he tries to be. No, you know what? I don't think he's going to be trying to be a LSU North. I really think he's going to get an opportunity to define what his program is. And yeah, he gonna get a few things out that portal. Whether that's from LSU, whether that's from other kids that he probably recruited the first time around and missed out on. I definitely think he's going to probably try to hit the ground running. But it all just depends on, if they buy in to come to a team that, hasn't done anything in the past few years.
Can you change your reputation? You're saying like, you think he'll change the culture, but I feel like he changed the culture at LSU to that, or he changed the culture of what Kim Mulkey was to that. So do you think his reputation and who he is and who he's going to have to be to get kids, because you're going to have to do some shucking and jiving at this point to get some good kids to come to Rutgers. So
different. I think Angel influenced it. It was by mistake. To me, I think it was by mistake.
No, I agree. But I think he carried it.
Okay, yeah, absolutely.
He seems like the coach that has the better relationship with a lot of these players, and especially like when it comes to Angel, like Anissa. I feel like he's the one who kind of has that closer relationship with them. So if you use them in the the recruitment trail, that could probably, help them too.
Agree.
I just wish
He is
that
a strong associate. Ain't like I'm talking about somebody who probably done, close to retirement, a little season that got a good extensive clipboard. He's gonna need that because we don't know what his coaching looks like.
Yeah, that's true too.
He just be holding Kim back. Like he stands up and get Kim back off the court.
he
Yeah,
went
I
nice
think people from LSU will follow him.
Yeah,
I
people
think
gonna
it would be dope. I got booed, but I think it would be dope if Lay did. But I got booed, so that would be cool. I mean, she could go, she could turn up, she could be extremely free if that's what she was looking for. She could be free. She could hoop.
My only question is because I don't remember if they updated the transfer rule or not. Because I know after you transfer once, you can play immediately. But then if you transfer the second time, it used to be you got to sit out a year unless you're a grad transfer.
My bad. I forgot.
And so if they haven't changed that yet, if she's a grad transfer, then yeah. Because I know some people will get all their credits done and then there'll be a grad transfer that year to go into their senior year. But
they want to know if y'all would see Coach Law actually leaving to go head coach somewhere else.
She's tried. I mean, and I think she said, I feel like in an article somewhere it said, like she said, it has to be like the right opportunity. Like she's not leaving for, anything that's not right. I know she tried to do the Iowa one. I know she tried to go back to Iowa. So I think, if it's the right opportunity, she'll definitely leave, and it'll hurt a little bit, but yeah, I support her wherever she goes. Love Coach Law.
Any more questions y'all got in the chat? We just waiting for Dolores before we start looking at the brackets, y'all. Anything else y'all want to discuss that's weighing on your heart? We ain't got no CBA updates. We don't know. I don't know. Oh, I don't know. I'm gonna say I don't know.
Okay. Someone said you can transfer multiple times and be immediately eligible. There's no more one-time transfer rule. So if that's the case, then yeah, I think going to Rutgers could be a move for Lay if she wants to, like, for real lead a team. I mean, she can stay at LSU too. That's not, like she can do her thing at LSU because I'm pretty sure she'll be starting next year.
But how cool? Like, don't you think? I think she can like go and kind of reinvigorate some energy at least. Because I mean, when you got a dead program, like at least Quentin, hey Blacks, you can get somebody that's exciting. So maybe people.
She's definitely a ticket seller.
Yeah.
So if you get her,
and
you let the team be hers.
She'll be more exciting than what was her name? The production.
Oh, Kiyomi.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Like you got somebody that now
more weight too.
Yeah, her name carries more weight, and she got all the awards behind her name. Like, I mean, hey, that she could go and run amok.
Oh, the Florida job. I don't know. Somebody said they want. I think it was Rick said he wants Special to take it. Somebody else mentioned. Who else? I heard somebody mention.
I feel like that's such a tough job if they're not going to put the resources behind the coach. Like you got to go when you going in there is for a short time, not a long time.
Yes, and one thing to that point, y'all. One thing I want to say is I have congratulations to Gary. It just always feels a little when it's like the Black women don't get the resources and the push, and then when they hire somebody else, it's like, oh, now we're going to invest and we're going to do this and do that. So that part of it is always just like, so I'm interested to see what Rutgers does with a new coach and a new, I guess the AD is new now, but yeah.
Yeah.
But I think he's a hell of a recruiter though, so he ain't gonna have no problem.
I think Dawn said it when Kim got hired and people got pissed at her, and I feel like that's probably where a lot of the LSU South Carolina rivalry really began.
That's where it comes from.
But she didn't lie. Like Nikki Fargas was a great coach at LSU. She just didn't have the resources to get the players that she needed or the backing. And because I mean, even before Kim got there, like yes, LSU's on a terrible losing streak to South Carolina, but LSU used to give South Carolina with Nikki Fargas some of their toughest games. Like it was never easy to play LSU. So the battles y'all are seeing now with South Carolina, they're not like they aren't new at all. Like the games are 4-point, 5-point games. So they were always like LSU was always a solid team, and I think Don said like people don't put the backing behind some of the black women sometimes, and then when they go, they be ready to throw the sink at the next person that come through.
Yeah. Y'all think Starkey gonna retire after his shoulder got shoved? I
think he loved the game. I don't think Starkey gonna do it. I think we're gonna start to see a shift in LSU now. I think they're gonna be straight.
I don't see why Starkey would retire. Like I don't, it's still kids coming out about that's gonna really hoop. And like Lo said, he a game, like he in it for the game.
Like that shit, love that shit.
He's not in it for just, shits and giggles.
Yeah, he for the love of the game. Why would somebody from Michigan hit the portal? I hope not. They need to stay
young and they on the rise. That would be crazy.
Everybody don't gotta be a portal mommy, y'all. Like sometimes the season you come back, you work over the summer, you get better, and y'all come together especially when you young. Like I get it if you a senior, you about to go on your senior year, but when you young, stay there, build, see what y'all can do. Everybody don't got to hit the portal.
Okay. Oh, Delisha Milton-Jones.
I wonder where is it the Princeton? Someone's in the portal already. We understand Princeton situation. Ivy League situation is a little different because they don't do the grad years. But I know she entered with a do not contact. I know a lot of people thinking that it's probably going to be UConn again. I wonder where she is going to go though.
Oh, I don't know nothing about her. How much better will LSU get? What do you mean better? Like it's just like a new.
They probably go back to what Kim was
at Baylor, but I mean better. I don't think it's like a better thing. I think the culture might change a little bit, but Kim ain't no bad coach. But.
Yeah, I'm about to say they perennially top 10 team.
Yeah, like, what do you mean better?
That's not good.
I think
they'll be good. All Kim really needs is her one of them really good wide back bigs, and she'll just build around.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that's not anywhere. LSU gonna be straight. Exactly. She'll just take them at everything. Gonna be straight.
Yeah, she going to Maryland. Period. By the way, in the building at USC, it's a good day to be a Trojan.
Wait, the girl from Princeton is going to Maryland?
That's what they said. I don't know.
I said, Andrea. I pull up Andy Landers and disappear. Look, man, Andy did. I don't really give a shit. See y'all.
I mean, B, where are you going, by the way? Time out. Where y'all going?
I got my cut water.
I'm just on water until Easter. So,
what is Grace Knox ceiling in your opinion?
Brothers.
She's Ashley.
Yeah, I can see that. Ashlyn's a good comp. I think they need her though. Like her toughness, her like, I'm just about to be in the game and muck shit up. Like they need her on that team.
I never had a cut water.
Cut?
Me either.
This the lemon drop.
Drink anything.
That's what you have?
This the lemon drop martini.
You got two different ones?
No, I just got one. Lord have mercy. It's Tuesday night. What y'all think about the USW?
I ain't even seen it.
All American thing drop. Yeah, I didn't even know they.
From what I vaguely remember, Cody being an honorable mention was wild.
Yeah, that was wild.
I think Cody has done enough this season to be on the second team, if not the second team, the third team. But for there to be three teams and she ain't make none of them, and then you put her on honorable mention, that's crazy to me.
Cody too? Cody as well?
She was on honorable mention, yeah. And that blew my mind.
I really don't say this with no hate in my heart, and this is just hoop talk. Flau'jae PR is out of this world.
Insane.
I do believe that the media, I don't think it's her fault. But I do believe that the media, they get caught up on not caught up, right? They make their picks, right? Because she's been good. She's been solid from at the beginning of the season. Of course, I do think she should have absolutely been listed on all of these lists, right? Because duh. But I think what happens is we put people on these pedestals, which she deserves to be on. And once they shift from that, you still try to like, oh, but she did this, and oh, but she did that, because you already kind of have her on that pedestal instead of just being like, it wasn't her year this year.
They don't.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was agreeing with you. They don't pivot. They don't know how to pivot.
Yeah, and this is just not a Flage thing for me, right? I think it's a Joyce thing as well. I think she cares. She does score a lot of points, but I do think sometimes when we're watching her play, if we had to have an All-American for anybody for our team, it should have been Raven. I just think the media, they have these things that they start with and they can't pivot. Like even when they're talking on the games, pivot. Stop saying so and so is an All-American in running to be National Player of the Year. Stop saying it. They're not. Pivot. It's okay, but I think women's basketball media and stuff, they don't pivot well, and I don't get it. Like, why are we listening to you talking games about certain stuff that's clearly not the reality? Why are we watching lists of things that are not the reality? I don't get it. So it's not just a Flage thing, but for this her, I just don't think I don't think she's played to that this season. I think she's had some good games, but if I had to pick some,
I don't think she was the best. I don't even think she was the top 2 player on her team this year. I know that Michaela had like a little slump where I think it was like 2 or 3 games where she wasn't really scoring where she typically was, but I think Michaela probably would have been the guard that I picked in late. It would have been Michaela and Lay.
Especially late. Lay was their engine late.
And so it definitely would have been one of those two. Hell, I probably would have picked Jada Richard over her before I picked Flage this year. So, but Cody McMahon being honorable mention, that was interesting. Who else do I remember seeing on that list? I'm sorry, to the Notre Dame fans, but I don't think Hannah should be first team. Sorry, not sorry. I think that if you're going to ding other players for the performance of their team, then I think Hannah should be dinged as well. I think Hannah had a great year, but her team did not. And so her being on a first team list with teams that were actually competing and you put her on first team, I'm not a fan of that.
Wait, you don't think AZ should be on first team?
Nah, AZ would get my first team.
AZ first team.
But AZ, the reason, and that's one of the reasons why Michaela Blakes is my National Player of the Year, because AZ and Sarah, they're like them two being like up there and doing what they're doing, and Michaela don't got nobody in her corner like that. And for Vandy to, for her to put Vandy in the position they were, that's why she get my National Player of the Year. But
yeah, I think you saying they wouldn't be in the tournament period. Sure, put on second team, but not first.
Yeah, I'm not saying Hannah shouldn't be on any team. I don't think she should be on the first team. I think if you could put Hannah on the first team, then you could put Audie Crooks on the first team. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and because Iowa State wouldn't be in the tournament without Audie, right? But I think at some point.
Okay, they said I'm just not a fan of 2 players getting it from the same team. That's valid. I think that's valid. That's valid. But I do think AZ do deserve it. But I get that. That's fair. No, I did not see that lead. Yeah, I saw CC got MVP. That's insane.
Mixed feelings.
I'm with you, whoever that is. I have mixed feelings about Vandy, but kind of place. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
And Blake, that's not even
that. Gavin. Why
Gavin? Yeah.
She like that. She's nice. People calling Hannah National Defensive Player of the Year.
I think she's in the conversation for sure. I think
in the conversation
what she does defensively, she deserves to be in the conversation. Should she win? No, but I would definitely put her in the conversation.
I don't think you can.
No.
No.
There ain't too many players this year.
If you can't be on first team, then you can't be in the National Player of the Year conversation.
No, defensive player of the year.
Oh, I thought they said just National Player of the Year.
Defensive.
Oh, no.
Oh, okay, I get it. I thought you said National Player of the Year. Looking like CeeLo Green.
I know. See, I'm driving around town with the girl I love.
Weak.
Blake's and Galvin in the power of friendship. You know what? Sometimes the power of friendship it gets you
far. It really do. It really do. But I mean, we'll get to it. But I think they have obviously they have to go through UConn, and that's a different beast. But to get to UConn, I think they have a favorable path to get to the Elite Eight game. So
yeah, I think if they're gonna do that, Michaela gonna have to go Super Saiyan. Like that's gonna have to be the game of her career if they're gonna upset UConn.
Or 80. I don't think nobody tweeted that in good faith.
If you saw it from Naismith's site, they typically tweet about people in the running for the awards, and they'll be like, I guess like a candidate for National Defensive Player of the Year. Here's what she did in this game or something like that. Or get to know this person.
Did I meant to ask y'all about back to the Spain thing. Did Awa look like the lottery pick, or she kind of still look like a baby kind of?
She looks like a young player with a nice ceiling. I think she has a high ceiling. But if you are a team looking for someone to make an impact day one, she would not be my pick.
Okay. She did have one little good move, but
yeah.
Well, she only like 19 though, right? So she,
but she moves well. Like I see the
vision.
I see the vision for sure, but I don't see like the oh my god, number one pick.
Oh, that's perfect. We'll take her at 4. Thank you.
She's one of those players where if you could put her behind somebody or you not relying on her, like even if you want to throw her in the starting lineup, if you're not trying to make her this 1-2 punch with Paige or 1-2-3 with if Enrique comes back, then fine.
Ooh.
If you just want her to play like a small role, you use her and you got other players that you're more focused on, but you can let her build, that's perfect. That's a perfect spot for her. But if you try to
don't worry.
Put everything on her shoulder, nah.
Why everybody be on UCLA like that?
I just want to say that UCLA getting dropped earlier.
It's Tay, but I don't know. What is it? Actually, everybody who in here, what is y'all beef with UCLA?
Yeah, what's the
like? Where did the beef start? Where did it come from? I understand Shay's beef.
I'm about to say rivalry beef, but I don't mean
this. But
we don't obsess over it the way some of y'all who not USC fans are. Like it's a lot. Like, do Corey say stuff where I'm like, girl, maybe not. Maybe don't say that. Sure, but like they don't be bothering nobody.
Like people not liking Lauren Betts is wild to me because she literally don't talk. I don't think I've ever heard a Lauren Betts soundbite. Even the video that most recently came out from UCLA, it was Corey being like, "Yeah, Lauren, we talked about this morning." Like,
Rick, don't start.
Kiki 3rd pick. Oh yeah, Kiki did go 3rd. Iri Offin?
No, he talking about Kiki.
I know what he's saying.
You don't trust
3rd pick to Seattle? That's Seattle, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Do we think that a lot of the beef with UCLA stems from them being I won't say good girls, but the UCLA snobby bourgeois?
The West Coast and nobody watches them. So
I don't think people know enough about UCLA.
Yeah, they don't know nothing about those.
So to be honest, then if that's the case, then it's kind of similar to South Carolina. I won't say, not the same because South Carolina is definitely black.
South Carolina because they're led by a strong black woman.
Right, but you know how if you're not popular or if you don't do a lot, and if they feel like you don't have the motion, but you constantly get that attention sometimes.
I still think it's different. I think
Really?
with South Carolina, it's just a certain disdain. I think from UCLA, it's just a not knowing. South Carolina, people just don't rock with South Carolina because of Dawn.
That's fair.
I don't think it's the same. She was 32 on American Thoughts.
I gotta look at the all team list.
It was leaked. I don't think it's actually.
I see it. It's right here. Somebody put it in my mentions. So the first team is Sarah Strong, Michaela Blakes, Madison Booker, Hannah Hidalgo, Lauren Betts. Second team, Joyce.
Madison who?
Booker. Second team, Joyce, Cody, Olivia, AZ, Audie. Third team, Toby, Flage, Jelani, Olivia Olsen, and Reagan Beers.
They don't even.
Okay.
I agree, Rick.
What you say?
Oh
yeah.
Sleeper,
he said that last night. Yeah.
I agree because I'm telling you, us in the Final Four last year was a miracle. Us doing this good to me is a miracle. Nobody's going to change my mind.
I agree.
I think the criticisms of UCLA, I know Shay in her LA rivalry, I just think they don't make sense. I don't think they're logical. Like,
that's what I'm saying. It's just not knowing. It's never logical.
Yeah.
You know that.
I think it's very much we can see the flaws. Like we know at the moment they play a team of guards that can get downhill, the tune changes. It's just that the Big Ten wasn't built like that. We're on a gap year, so
but
they didn't play y'all. So it's like
we see every team.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
Yeah. I don't know.
But I also think it's an unwillingness to see flaws. Like, for me, as a logical fan, I see South Carolina's flaws. I see
goddamn one.
But then we, as logical fans, we are judging, are my strengths good enough? Like, when we talk about margin for error, like South Carolina versus UConn, this year we have no margin for error. In 2 years ago, we had more margin for error. UCLA, most teams can't do shit with just bets alone. So that increases their margin for error because she's a matchup nightmare. Bringing in Neatkins, that increases their margin for error because they got a shooter now. In years prior, they did not have one. On the flip side of that, they ain't got none of this. So when they face that, they're going to struggle. I just wish people were more logical.
Oh, okay. Somebody said they accidentally used a sporting news list, not the AP. That's why I think.
Yes. Yeah. That sounds right.
Kim and Corey should start scheduling. Now, Rick, Kim, don't do that.
It's supposed to be. I think they said Gino and Kim was.
Oh, they are. I did see that
together.
But Corey did schedule Tough This non-con.
Oh, she did. They had like 19 quad one.
19 quad one wins.
That's 9 more than the next team. I think Texas had 10 and South Carolina had 9 or something. Like they had UCLA did their big one with their scheduling this year.
I agree with not making.
The problem with Ole Miss is like, and I love Coach O, but it's like every time I'm like, we picking them to do the thing.
Yeah,
you almost can't pick them. You just gotta
you gotta make them the underdog, and I think Coach Yo does better as an underdog. So just everybody say, even if you want them to win, just say out loud, Ole Miss losing. It'll work. It's gonna work.
Psychology.
Yes.
All right, y'all. Now that Dolores is here.
Oh, Rick, y'all got a little fake rivalry.
Fake little rivalry. What is? How do I?
Yeah, they do have somebody.
You told that name the fuck.
I knew what they meant though. That is phonetic, and I like it because I read Chinu, and I knew exactly what you was talking about.
That says Chin Woo.
No, it says Chinu.
Yeah, the UW. Okay, I thought it was WU. I like this part.
It's bracket time.
It's bracket time, ho. It's bracket time. Hey, it's
Let me get closer. I can't see.
I tried to make it, but first 4. Okay, we got Southern versus Samford.
Southern.
I'm riding with Southern. Fucking, I don't even care.
I got the gloves. I'm one of them.
Lawrence, what you got?
I'm the gloves girls. What's the iconic?
You think they bring it? Are they bringing their band? I'll go for them off the strength of the band coming in.
Y'all, what's the name of the girls? Now how I'm gonna mess this up?
Cheerleaders?
The dolls. The
the dancing dolls or the
not dancing forever.
Just the dolls.
No, forever.
Forever. Okay.
That's not my industry.
The forever dolls.
No, I'm not an HBCU girly.
Can they bring the band? I hope the band comes.
Pay for
you
the band.
South Carolina band and you deal with it. The marching.
Oh my God, they're coming to Columbia, South Carolina.
Yeah, that's why I want the band.
I'm texting Dawn. One moment.
Tell her to do her big one to get the band there somehow, some way,
and make them stay.
For
I ain't gonna lie though, because wait a minute. I was in marching band and I was in the core style marching band, so I'm not gonna shit on the marching Gamecocks. They're good.
Oh, brother,
don't do too much. I was Dolores, not too much.
Listen, I'm still a stinghead till I die, but
I'm not. I was in the core step band just like that.
Ain't nobody want to hear the Tarzan in the middle of a motherfucking football game.
You're a hater. And I was a drum major. I was getting the girlies together.
And you wasn't doing shit with your knees.
Not too much. You Dreer is a fine institution. You had to make it do what it do. Boo.
Them knees. You was up there standing front them arms.
Yeah, they gotta be tight. Well, in a core style band, you don't even really use your knees like that.
That's the issue right there.
All right,
South Carolina band does not
the
play
DJ do.
The DJ does though.
But they can't use the DJ, right? Because
no, they can't. Missouri State, SFA. It's in Austin.
I'm gonna say SFA.
Yeah.
Yes.
Virginia, Arizona State. I'm rooting for Virginia.
I'm going for Virginia.
Let me pay attention.
I think I'm gonna go Virginia, but I feel like Arizona State will win.
And
that's
they got good energy.
Samaya versus Poa game.
Oh, shut up! Come on, last tier.
I think it's so funny that she's doing pretty good being a point guard because you remember I used to always say
you used to say she was a point guard for LSU. You did. You did. One thing Logan gonna do is circle back.
All right, Nebraska, Richmond. I'm rolling with Richmond because they got
Maggie,
Dugan,
the fighting Maggies.
She can hoop. I'm rolling with Richmond.
The fighting Maggies.
Richmond.
All right.
Dolores, where's your wine?
Here we go. Take this.
Ooh.
Go easy on me, baby. Can I drink wine out the bottle?
Yeah.
Just put a pinky up. It'll look more sophisticated, according to SpongeBob.
I love SpongeBob.
I'm excited for some of these first round games.
Y'all tell Easy Rick to join the Discord. Since he like to be in them other group chats, he can join a real one.
But he can't be taking the tea bag.
He can't. We'll put him in the new. We'll make a third one.
Just for him.
I would say Syracuse could be interesting.
But that Dominique not playing, a point guard not playing.
Yeah, that's true.
But if she was Uche,
I actually picked Syracuse in my bracket, but since Dominique gone, I still gonna take Syracuse.
Really? No.
Defense Travis.
No, I just don't know.
Layla Philia, the big from Syracuse, and defense. I'm gonna still take Syracuse.
I don't know.
I'm gonna go with Iowa State just because of the point guard missing. It's such a crucial role, and for them to not have her,
and she's such a leader.
Yeah, I feel like that might be too much to overcome.
That's gonna be a fun game, though. Ooh, shit! Maryland, Murray State, North Carolina.
Oh, child, Murray State.
I feel like outside of that,
Illinois, Colorado will be good. If Illinois wins, I think they could give Vanderbilt trouble.
I can see that. Their aggression on defense kind of is, and it's not Ole Miss, but it's very in your face and gritty, and that's something that Vandy has struggled with this year. So I can definitely see that.
She did call you a snitch, Rick.
Tay got Colorado winning. We don't listen to Tay though, because Tay
say anything.
What I'm excited about is this potential Jelani Hannah.
Yes.
Cinema.
Yes.
I
know the girls on the timeline are saying they think Fairfield gonna get the upset, but y'all, I don't want the upset. I don't want it because I want Hannah and Jelani. I couldn't get Hannah and
you're messy.
That they could have listened. The whole bracket is messy. So the fact that they didn't give us TCU and Notre Dame was wild as fuck because the whole bracket messy.
It is. They you know what? The committee just like me.
I feel like
because they're messy.
I feel like Jelani gonna get it in blood though. Something about her gives me, y'all been talking about this light skin for too long. I'm about to do her in.
I just know Hannah gonna the first shot Hannah makes, she gonna say something and it's gonna be enough. Right. It will be enough to make Jelani be like,
I don't think Notre Dame has the post play to fuck with Ohio State. And I've never said no shit like that in a long time.
Follow Ohio State.
But baby,
little Chloe.
Little Chloe.
Yeah. Little Chloe be hooping.
And that other big, they're the foreigner. I know you're talking about not Mikolashikova, but
Brandon love her.
Brandon love her down. Maryland over Carolina.
I mean, see it.
Maryland should win over UNC.
Yeah,
I trust in Brenda's clipboard around at this point.
Got to tap into the power of Asia.
That's her sister.
Yeah, shout out to Howard, by the way. Both men and the women in the tournament, and the men.
That's dope.
You know, and I can say that because my sister is a Howard graduate. Thank you.
Period. I wouldn't say that, but go Cox.
UConn is coming out of this one unscathed, right now.
Yeah,
I agree.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, only way is if Michaela just has like one of them type of moments. But
yes, Rick, I think so.
I think Vanderbilt is like a year, like they are another big piece away.
I think if they can knock down threes, it can be an interesting game. I don't think they will win, but I think it can be an interesting game.
I don't think Galvin's gonna be able to do nothing. KK is not the best PG in the world, but KK defense be on that.
He will shut shit down.
KK not gonna let that girl do a thing.
I do think Vandy could neutralize UConn to the extent to Yana's point about the three ball, because I think a lot of times UConn breaks games open with the three ball, but I think Vandy can match them from that. So I think that could be interesting, but I don't think they can hold a pot to them.
Lord, okay. Maryland versus UConn is going to get ugly. Well, what's new? All right, so we got UConn coming out of here. Let's go to the next one.
Y'all, they had a whole All-Star 5, and Ryan didn't even make the All-Star 5.
Didn't she have like more game day MVPs or something like that than anybody else on the team?
Yes.
I know she had like at least 3 or 2. I can't remember. I know Ka had 1. I felt like Ryan had 2 or 3.
2.
That's crazy.
Damn.
I didn't know. Wait. Oh, yeah. Clemson and Southern Cal are going to be good. I think.
I'm rooting for Southern Cal, but Clemson, since now you got your degree and you know everything, and you want to roll with the motherfucking big dogs, bring me that ass to the CLA so we can hand you your ass in the CLA. We might not beat you in another sport, but you will always be little sis in the state of South Carolina in women's basketball, bitch. Your ass is mine.
Well, it sounds like Trojan fans, we just need to step on out the way, let them handle that shit out. I don't know.
I don't get up in no pressers talking crazy what Muffin say. Keep It Cute and Them Pressers and Little Miss Mamas.
I don't think the girl was wrong for saying what she said.
I didn't say she was wrong.
Oh yeah, true.
But Keep It Cute and Them Pressers, because now you about to get clocked.
Oh, alrighty. Well then, Washington, Southeast. Is there anybody in this bracket that y'all are worried about? I guess is a good question.
Michigan State versus Oklahoma is gonna be so good because Oklahoma gonna turn that shit over, and Michigan State is pesky as hell.
Mm-hmm.
I don't honestly and truly, and I say this for all the 1 seeds, to be honest, as long as they themselves show up as who we've seen them to be all season,
agreed, they
should all be in the Final Four. Like, I do think there are going to be upsets along the way, but as long as the 1 seeds all do what they're capable of doing, I see all chalk when it gets to the Final Four.
Yeah, South Dakota State ain't no sleeper. We been like ain't no sleeper.
The Washington, South Dakota State, TCU, UC San Diego, that little quadrant.
That's gonna be interesting. Yeah,
because Washington ain't no hoe neither.
So y'all think y'all making it to the Final Four?
Yes. Next.
Okay. Well, I think TCU and Iowa could be a good interesting.
I got Washington or TCU beating
Iowa. Georgia and Iowa could be interesting if it comes down to it.
Depending on how Georgia pop out.
The thing with Iowa is if they don't make threes, it's skunk. It's
shit. Arizona State or Georgia, somebody could be interesting depending on what Georgia show up.
Right.
Yeah, because Georgia do like to get pesky.
But I do think a rematch of Oklahoma and South Carolina could be interesting. I have Michigan State winning that game, though, just because of their defense. But if it's not Michigan State, I do think Oklahoma.
If South Carolina lady get into that game and act like Lauren Betts is just a player, that daddy gonna have to come out them bleachers. Not Lauren Betts. What's the child name? Reagan Beers.
I was about to say
she got to come out. She got to come out them bleachers.
All right, so here we go. Next is the Blue School. This bracket is the most interesting to me.
Agreed.
Yeah,
I think this one is where we'll see more upsets ish.
College of Charleston beating Duke.
I should have asked you
three.
I went to College of Charleston for a year. I mean, a half a year.
Long enough.
Right.
Quentin, no.
And now, if you ask Quentin in real life, he would not say that.
I don't got them making it past the second round, but whatever.
Ole Miss and Gonzaga could be good. I think Ole Miss will win, but it could be a very interesting game.
I think Baylor could lose that first round.
Baylor gonna lose to Richmond.
Oh,
either one. Honestly, I think they could lose either one of them teams.
That's true.
I could see that.
Especially I don't think this bracket is as hard as people keep saying it is, though.
I don't think it's hard. I just think
it's only hard because LSU is there.
All right, so if we get the LSU UCLA rematch, who y'all got?
UCLA gonna beat them by 15.
UCLA. I think UCLA is a more complete team than they have ever been in the last few years. With the 3-point shooting that they have on the perimeter, it's become less like you still need to play through Lauren, but it's definitely become less Lauren or bust, which is a great thing. Baby Betts, she's been coming along great as a person that can come in and continue to do what Lauren's doing to give Lauren a break and a breather. Just like as with Ledger Walker there, like they're a more complete team than I think Corey has ever had. So,
honestly, I think Corey is the weakest link to that team. So, yeah.
I mean, I ain't gonna disagree with you. LSU has to get past the Elite Eight. I do not see them getting there. So you see them losing to
who? Duke?
Yeah, is that what you?
I got them losing to Texas Tech.
Oh, brother.
All right.
Now, when it happened, I don't want to hear shit.
I
What
do think this is a better Duke team than what they played those months ago, but I still
I'm
think
not sold on Duke because
At
they
all.
did damage in the ACC. And I mean, shout out to them for winning the ACC. Winning your conference is always amazing.
Considering how rough they started.
But that's the thing, like because I'm not sold on the ACC. So let's start
At
there.
all.
I'm not sold on the ACC. So for them to struggle with all the other teams that they played, from the SEC to the Big Ten, and then you get to the ACC and you run through them, I still have to wonder: was that just an ACC thing, or can you do that with these other teams now? Like, did you really figure it out, or was the ACC just bad enough to where you kind of could still be okay and win it all?
Duke not smart enough with the ball to beat LSU. I think it's that
But
simple.
y'all ever watch a team and be like, they don't have the talent, but they be having the will and the want to?
Yeah,
They
but
one of them teams. They
the
ain't got
want to,
enough
you got to
to
be
get it.
smart when you want it.
Unless you ain't no smarter.
Yeah, but they know what they're good at, getting out in transition.
and
I don't know what
downhill.
Duke is good at. Toby?
Yeah.
I will say if LSU get downhill and play to their strengths against UCLA,
True.
mm,
But they don't defend, bro. Like they don't
At all.
They don't defend shit. I mean, yeah, the guards give a little ball pressure. Lay gonna be the they essentially use Lay like UCLA used to use that girl at Tennessee.
Oh,
No,
Janiyah, get out there.
They essentially use Lay like Don did.
Well, correct.
Well, all right.
Yeah,
So we got UCLA coming out
Yeah,
here.
I got UCLA. I'm sorry.
I think same shit I said about South Carolina. They do what they supposed to do. UCLA will be in the Final Four.
All right. Here's the final section.
This one will be interesting, but
Kentucky v West Virginia, and the winner of that v Texas. It might be a blowout, but I know that shit gonna be good for at least a quarter.
What?
I think Kentucky, the winner of Kentucky West Virginia versus Texas, will be fun for a little bit. I don't know how long they keep it close, but it'll be fun for a little bit.
The ACC puts me to bed
because Kentucky played Texas pretty well at home.
Did they have Tiani that game?
I don't think so, and I think they didn't lose by a lot either. So
what is it? LSU just got not to get mad. They don't do that.
I meant to ask you.
Alabama and Rhode Island could be interesting. It depends on which Alabama shows up, but that could definitely be an interesting one. NC State and Tennessee gonna be like
a fucking mess.
First game
it's gonna be good though. Like it's gonna be.
It was 64-53. Strick didn't have a good game.
Tennessee by 3 that first game, so it should be competitive.
That's gonna be the funniest game ever. I promise y'all.
Probably
Darius said it's about the teams that try their hardest to lose every game.
I saw that.
Pretty much, yeah.
Y'all, this has been my favorite Louisville team since Dana.
Agreed, Dana. Since Dana.
I love watching this team.
Gotta win. Tennessee better not lose.
I can see Louisville beating Michigan.
Tennessee?
Yeah.
And it being Louisville and Texas for the Elite Eight.
I don't think so, Quentin. They don't shoot well enough typically. Can we not, Laura? Let's not talk about it if I get mad.
I do think it is big. I think from a talent perspective, this is his best title team option. I do agree with that.
Yeah, I think for him and Corey, if they don't do it this year,
next year's there. They got the top 2 classes, so
you gotta kind of do it, especially for Corey, because she got to restock the whole kitchen.
And she keep losing recruits every day.
Yeah, well now she just outwardly saying I don't even want to get no freshmen.
Yeah, she done took the
so she took Coach Yo's stick.
Yeah, she said I want maybe 2 to 3 freshmen and give me the rest transfers.
Damn,
she cool with that.
Yeah, up the 4 of the.
But ain't she the same lady that was in that press conference telling people to stay at Illinois and build? That was her, right?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't remember.
I gotta go back.
Corey say a whole
Your
lot of
opinion can change. Of the top 4 seeds, of which one y'all think is the weakest?
You said what?
What's the
Of
weakest
all the
top 4
four,
seed?
of all the 1 seeds, who y'all think is the weakest?
Us right now.
We the fourth one. So I think that we're probably the most inconsistent out of the top 4. I think Texas has their thing. They know who they are. They know who they're going to play through, and they know what they're going to get from who they have.
Which is the issue.
And with us, I can go into every game and I know what I'm gonna get from Raven, but I have no idea what the fuck I'm gonna get from Joyce. I don't know what I'm gonna get from Okai. I don't know what I'm gonna get from Tanaya. It just like it really just be like let's see how this goes. So
which is why nobody's gonna tell me that Dawn's not that girl. We have Okai who is really good, but sometimes really bad, and that is our anchor, and we be pushing it, baby. So listen,
we're like
nobody tell me nothing about no Dawn.
Driving on like E, and you just like
and a girl to everybody else who can't hoop, and we be going, baby. So I'm here for the ride. That's what I've been saying for the last 2 weeks. I'm here for the ride.
Shit, that's I feel like that's how it's been since the freshies graduated. To be honest, I was like, all right, well, shit, let's go.
I think the thing that works, I think the thing that's working for us this tournament run is we've been saying all year we still haven't played our best basketball. I feel like last year that team, like when they got that big win against Texas at home, it was like, oh shit, this is the upper echelon version of this team. This team, I haven't seen all 5 starters come and play. So it's like, yes, we've been inconsistent, but if they magically find Jesus in the second round, third round, fourth round, fifth round,
we get one starter who think it's her game and everybody else don't get the ball. So we can't.
Well, I mean, I said find Jesus. Finding Jesus means finding each other. So if that happens, I think they got the potential to win a title, but it's just weakest number 1 seed, most potential in my opinion, because nobody's seen them at their best.
I do agree.
Nobody's seen them at their best.
Yeah, I agree.
And I don't think y'all got that hard of a road. To me,
I like the fact that we do have a dominant big in Reagan Beers, and maybe the freshman from Iowa, she's good. But I like the fact that the most dominant big that we have is one that we've seen before.
Yes.
Because that's when I feel like it could get a little sticky.
Anything new, they be
I'm telling you right now, if Medina don't show up, Ali.
And I will say, I was telling me and my sister was talking about this. I think the Texas game in a way was like perfect because Don also saw that Ali could bang with the bigs, right? Like I feel like sometimes Don be a little afraid to throw her out there, and she throw her out there with like Miriam or Okad instead of just letting her be down there banging. But Ali took that position on well at the SEC tournament.
Ali does not give a damn.
Listen, she gonna use all them fouls and she gonna be down there banging. So
she just like me, because one thing about me, I'm gonna